Welcome in. This is Papa Drew, and we have a treat today for you. We got a 22-inch Blackstone Griddle, just like everybody else. So let's open it up and see what we're going to see. Let's unbox. That's a knife. That's pretty good with this thing. We have instructions. That's cool. We have styrofoam. How are we gonna, okay. You know what we're gonna do, flip it. That goes over there.
I was like, what's happening?
Like Dad stopped throwing stuff. Is that big enough for you? That's what she said. Angie's filming, by the way. She's a camera person today. Awesome. We got so much good stuff. Feet. We have grip trays.
Grease.
For the go.
Leo, what do you see?
Cool.
Yeah, I see.
There we go.
Oh, legs, the long legs.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so we're breaking in the Blackstone Griddle. We're going to do a cook after this, but first we have to season it, get it slick so stuff don't stick. So what we do is we bring it up to temperature. You can see where the heat is on the griddle right now coming up with the black marks. Then I'm going to take some olive oil right here and put a generous coat down. Now we did this 3 times. We will take some paper towel with some tongs and we will spread that oil around the griddle. We do this 3 times, and every time we wait till all the oil is burned off, and that is how you season a Blackstone Griddle. It's very simple. You should do this after every cook. It doesn't take a little but a second to do, and it'll make your griddle last a heck of a lot longer. It won't rust, and you'll take care of it. You can do the outside and the inside. It's just super simple. It takes a couple seconds, cleans everything, and yeah, it's just a good thing to do. So there's been a few things that I like and I don't like about this, and we'll talk about that here coming up. But we're about ready to do some Philly cheesesteaks coming up next. Oh yeah, we got the cheese whiz in a pot right there. We're putting some olive oil down, virgin olive oil. We're going to smooth that around with the spatula. And then what we did is we got some of our vegetables. We cut those up. We're going to put some butter down because, you know, this is heart healthy stuff here. So put some butter down, and then we're going to put some of the vegetables down here in a second. I have a feeling, yep, there they come, vegetables. So that's some onions, white onion, and some green peppers. We're going to get that down on the griddle, let that caramelize and soak up all that goodness. Get all the kids in the pool there. Soak up that butter. Just keep mushing it around until we get them nice and soft and caramelized. And yeah, put a little crushed pepper in there. Put a little bit of salt on that. Wind was blowing, so you'll see the salt go flying. But we tried. Put some salt on that, and then we just keep mushing it around with the spatulas to make sure that every... Whoops.
Well, that's
that
5
didn't
stories.
go as planned. That was 5 stories over the rail. Oh, well. Then we stir some of our cheese whiz. That's real cheese whiz out of a can there, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. Get that cheese whiz a-going. And we get everything caramelized.
They're crusting up too. They're caramelizing. I'm a-digging it. We'll get our meat on here in a little bit.
But it's cooking. It's getting a nice crust on it. And some good char marks. And that's the way I like my vegetables on a griddle. And yeah. Just kind of move it around. This is our first time cooking. I've never cooked with a griddle before. So we're going to move all this stuff over to make room for our meat. Because you can't have a Philly cheesesteak without some meat. Now, here's how I did the meat. We put it in the refrigerator and let it get nice and cold. Then I took it out to a cutting board while it was really cold, and I cut it up. It's easier to cut up thin meat that way. So you cut it up into cubes. And it's a heck of a lot easier to cook. And we just pour it right here on the griddle. Got some butter down, got some extra virgin olive oil down on the griddle. And we're just going to let that cook right now. Just listen to that meat sizzle. Makes you hungry, doesn't it? We'll get that going here. Kind of move that around. So some of the things I liked about the Blackstone Griddle, it gets really hot. It seems to have, pretty even heat all over it. The one thing that I did not like is you can't tell when it's lit. It's got the clicker thing for the ignition, but I can't tell when the doggone thing is lit and the zones are heated up. So it's either here nor there. It's not a deal breaker for the griddle, but I just, I can't tell when the dang thing is lit. I'm kind of hard of hearing from being in the Marines and my head being next to a giant cannon in the tank. So now we're going to season that up with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't use anything fancy here at all. Just a little S&P, salt and pepper. And we'll get that seasoned up. Put down our bread on a little bit of butter. We'll toast that up. Now we were having a hard time with this bread. It wouldn't stay together. I wish it would have, because it would have made putting the Philly cheesesteaks a lot easier on the bread. But we managed. It came out really good, surprisingly, for our first time ever cooking this. And we'll do a whole bunch of cooking stuff. Now the neat thing about the Blackstone, you don't have to be an RV or to have a Blackstone. You can do this in a apartment. If you have a patio, a house, an RV at different locations, it's really cool. So it doesn't have to be 100% RV related to own a Blackstone Griddle. I highly recommend them. It's just a lot of fun to do all this stuff. We are going to try a flaming volcano of love on there later. Not in this video. When we have more room and we can't burn down our condo, we'll do that, because me and fire probably are not a great thing ever. Now we're going to put down some provolone cheese here in a minute, and that is the cheese whiz. It's over there on a pot, and it is actually cooking in that pot. It's getting nice and warm. And yeah, look at this. The bread's coming off. We have the steak is sizzling. We're separating up our portions so we can put our cheese on there. Make it just cheesy goodness on this. Philly cheesesteaks. Oh, you can't go wrong. Even my picky little Gabriella ate them. She liked it. So, yeah. Just so good. And we got some cheese coming up here. Watch this. You got to get them all covered by the cheese. That's one. Put another slice on there. Cheese coming up here and drop that. Watch this. Okay. Cover that up. Oh yeah. Get them all good and even. And then just gonna put another one on that one. Just flip it on over. Watch this. Bang. There you go. One Philly cheesesteak done. Two Philly cheesesteaks done with provolone cheese. Now, here comes the cheese whiz. So we made them both styles. Toast up our bun here. Put in your cheese whiz base. Go ahead and get that good cheesiness. Coat all that up. There you go. Everybody gets some cheese whiz.
Right?
Take your steak and your onions and your green peppers and your onions and put them together because they all play nice in the same play yard. Hey, thanks for watching, and as always, I love you, and I'll see you next time.